Captain Seth here. We are live in Bora Bora, and we just finished the 20th anniversary trip of our wedding. And as I was preparing for this trip, I Googled a bunch of stuff. I went on YouTube and I tried to find what kind of things that I might pack. And I found a lot of cosmetic suggestions and what kind of shoes you ought to wear and different things. Not a lot for the guys and not a lot for the actual gear that you ought to bring. And so I thought I'd just make a quick video about the stuff that I bought that worked and maybe didn't work, and what I might recommend based on being here, because you want to have an amazing time if you shell out the dough to come down here. It is paradise. It is everything that you would dream it would be. And so bring the right gear and you'll have a great time. In no particular order, dry bag, awesome for going out on a stand-up paddleboard or kayak, on a boat where you're going to get some spray. It's a 10-liter size. We found this a little bit small sometimes, but perfect size other times. So maybe 10, 15, 20-liter dry bag. There'll be a link to this guy down below. Snorkel mask. Snorkel, bring your own. Don't count on the boats or the resorts to have good quality ones for you. For prescription glass wearers, this was absolutely amazing. You can get your prescription and put lenses in for each eye, and this worked out beautifully, so highly recommend that. Bring a GoPro. I'm kind of a cheapskate and I've never really had a GoPro, but if you're going to, again, shell out the dough for this kind of a trip, make sure you have a way to take pictures of it, take them underwater, in the water. It's a floating handle for it, and I bought a bunch of other accessories like selfie stick and other things, so definitely invest in that. People said to bring a Bluetooth speaker. I wasn't so sure. I don't have one at home. I don't use it particularly at home, but this was really cool, and we were able to float using some tunes and just hang out around the room and have that. One note is that they don't have Pandora here, so you got to have a different service. So either download music to your phone or use Spotify, but definitely waterproof Bluetooth speaker recommended. Swim shoes. Reef shoes, definitely good. You'll be either walking the beach or while doing some snorkeling in shallow water. You want to protect your feet. Power adapter, I'll put a link to the exact one that this worked out really well. It gives you a 110 outlet here for your whatever wife's hair dryer business, but also 2 USB plugs here, so you can pretty much charge anything that you need to charge by plugging in using this. Sunscreen for sure. We used this Reef Safe both in a spray and in a cream, and that worked out really well. Make sure it's reef safe and reapply for sure. One thing I wish I'd had was a swim bandana. Not so much hair up here on the top of my head on Captain Seth, and so it would have been nice to have something, especially while you're snorkeling and looking face down, to cover the top of your noggin. And I find out now that they have those all over on Amazon, so I'll put a link to what I might get in the description below. I brought a hammock. There's not very many places I go that I don't bring a hammock and hammock straps, and I rigged this up under our Overwater Bungalow here in Bora Bora. It was absolutely amazing. Enjoyed beer down there, enjoyed morning coffee, read a book. It just puts me in a different state of relaxed. Speaking of which, you're going to want a small cooler. I didn't bring one, and so we counted on the resort to have these ice bags, and we're just kind of constantly refilling, going through ice, and kind of only use it here and it spills out. So what I recommend is like a small lunch tote sized cooler, and then you can take it on the kayak, take it on the boat, do whatever you're going to do. And if you're not drinking beers or wine out of the cooler, get yourself one of these, insulated like Hydroflask style, and you can stay hydrated like this. You can pour a couple of beers in here and go for an evening walk on the beach or kayak, that kind of thing. Definitely bring a floaty. Floaty for the beach, floaty for under the bungalow, just something inexpensive, just fun to just sit and kick it underneath. And don't forget a rope, because there is a little bit of current here, and you don't want to be that guy that's just kind of constantly kicking and clawing your way to stay in the shade under your thing or whatever. So about 25 feet of rope ought to be perfect. One other thing that nobody told us was earplugs. Not so much a problem here over the water, but if you're on land in a bungalow, there are wild hens and roosters that are running around, and those roosters like to go off at 3:30 or 4:30 in the morning, and having a nice set of earplugs might just be the ticket there. So there you go, Captain Seth's tips, what to pack, Bora Bora. Cheers.